Hello. Letting everybody in. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. Come on in. We'll be starting soon.
Hey, Mr. Danny, it's Carmelita. How are you?
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah. You can remove my Fireflies note taker out of the room. It's fine.
All righty. I'll be recording it anyway, so.
Okay. Thank you.
All righty. Doo, 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 doo. Give everybody a moment to join. It was so funny because I was typing my note to you to remind you about um, the template that you created. So if you still have it, that'd be good. I just want to see it. But it was so funny because I was doing it and I sent it and then I'm reading it and it says sis. I'm like, sis, when did I say sis? Because I was dictating it through Siri. I'm like, sis, there's
Okay.
no reason I would say sis. The word I
Right.
said was did you get a chance? And it put sis, you get a chance. I'm like, AI, sometimes it is your friend and sometimes your worst enemies.
Here. It hears what it hears. I'll see if I can put it in
Okay,
the
no
chat for
worries,
you.
no
Okay.
worries, no worries. Hey, Tangy.
Hey there.
Hello. Let me get my camera going here. I forgot to turn that on. There we are. Oh, loaded, loaded. Yes, I know it's 3 o'clock. My alarm is
hmm
going off. All right, a few more people coming in. Admit. And decline. And go away. All right. It came in on another front. It's hilarious. It's indicating that it really wants to be in this meeting.
Oh,
It went from read to fixer. How many are you running in one meeting, Carmelita?
They keep jumping on. I try to take them out. So just if they come, just take them out. Just take them out.
It's hilarious. You have more than one following you
I
around the
do.
internet.
They found. Yep. Yep. Reed Fixer Fireflies. It's like two more. I don't know.
Oh, that is just too funny. Do I want to report it? No, I don't want to report it. It's not evil, it's just annoying. Like most good AI, it's trying to be helpful. Oh, lordy, lordy. Oh, I know Tiffany's coming because she sent out all the meeting invites to everybody. So I'll give her a few seconds and then we'll get started. Oh, Tangi, did you? Well, you said you saw it. I added your website to the Empire Board AI. So what we
ah,
need to do, like I said, use my calendar, and we'll talk next week and kind of figure out. I think it'll be a good case study
okay.
for all of the hustlers in Empire, meaning that almost all of us have additional either projects or boards we're involved in or just
hmm
other things, right? and
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and so I think and again, we can run this by Marvetta and the rest of the board and see what they think.
Okay.
um, I'm of the hold on, somebody else is trying to get in. Let me see, who is this? Yeah, I'm a big believer in sometimes just doing things. And since I'm not an actual employee of Empire,
Yeah.
they can't really fire me. They can censor me or
Right.
something. But I think this was a great idea. No, I don't think
Yeah.
so. They can tell me. But I know the board rules, and I'll run it through the AI. I have my AI study the board rules, and
Yep.
it is I'll run it through there and see what it thinks. But I think
Yeah.
it's a good idea for us to share our other activities in the community. So there's even a community button I can spin up, but I don't want to, I'm not going to do that. Actually, we'll stick to using our Facebook and our Empire Facebook and our other Empire social
Okay.
media because
Yeah.
that's people don't have time to join another community.
Right. Right.
It's- we
Yeah.
all,
It's hard to get them to interact with the ones that they have, like
yeah,
when we
yeah.
post
So,
stuff,
but
like,
that's actually part of our mission, right? Part of our mission,
right.
technology committee, is to get the other avenues of communication more engaged with. So I think
Mm-hmm.
that's why we're doing the newsletter and the other changes we're going to make to the website. Now,
Good.
because you were, I think, traveling or so, when we had our first call, we talked about the types of technology stack that we want to build for this newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, I'm testing two avenues. One is Google Workspace, and the reason
Yeah.
for that is Google Workspace is ultimately going to end up being free once the board says it's okay for us to do that. Remember, I put that into my suggested report, and I
Right.
haven't acted on it because the board hasn't said I should. Because I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't, I don't see them saying no. We don't want to save money by going to a free version.
Right.
So I just don't see that happening. So
Yeah. It's something that probably should have been done a long time ago, anyways.
yeah,
Like
well,
Google's not new.
yeah, exactly.
Google Workspace ain't new either.
Right. Yeah. So
Right, right.
we'll convert that, and but it
Yeah.
basically means we're lifting from
Uh, hold on.
Basecamp.
Hold on
Yeah.
1 second. This is my attorney. Hold on.
Okay. No worries. Uh, I didn't do it, Your Honor. uh, you guys, I haven't been a realtor. Oh my goodness. I was a realtor in Florida in 2005. It's been a minute since I had my real estate license. And then when I moved up here, I got moved up here by a company that hired me. So I just totally said, I'm not going to continue renewing my license and things like that. I do kind of regret that. But yeah, I kind of went off a technology only path. So, but it could have been helpful during the boom to have a real estate license. I know right
Yeah,
now.
that's not a bad thing to go off on your own sometimes. I dropped the lovable thing in
Yep,
the chat.
yep,
I don't
I
know if
see
you
it.
can you open it?
Hold on just a second.
And it was something really, really quick, trying to get those events, was just trying to get something out, but it didn't make it out. So,
Yeah.
and
Let's
that was one of the
see.
events that we had this week.
Hold on, I have to log in, looks like.
Ouch.
It's not the external shareable link. I think it's the internal one. Hold on, let me see
Okay.
if it'll let me, if I log in, if it'll let me in.
Well, I just pulled into my driveway, so I'm gonna go switch and get on my computer in a second.
Oh, okay,
So I
that
get
works
inside.
out timing wise.
Yep.
All right, so I have to request access.
Let
Uh,
me switch to my computer and then I'll try to drop it in
yeah, no, no
again.
worries. It's just telling me I have to request access. So by the
Okay.
time you get your computer up and running,
Okay.
you will see the request. Let me in.
Okay.
Request access. All right, it's been sent to you. Project owner. All right, all right, where, Tiffany, let me send her a text message in case she got distracted. We all do that occasionally. Tiffany, there we go. Tiffany Bozeman. And I will send her the link. Copy, invite link. Oops. All right, I sent her a little ping. And we've got that running. And okay, request sent. We are good. Okay,
All
is
right.
there?
I'm back. I got to resend a contract, but I'm listening. I'm just
Yeah, no,
multitasking.
no worries.
They didn't get my package yesterday, so
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Admit, admit. I'll just let it in. It's gonna keep asking. The Empire Board is here. Hmm. Let's
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hi, everybody. Sorry for my tardiness, and thank you so much for the reminder because my meeting before you guys went long.
Well, we said, hey, we can't do anything until Tiffany's here.
I don't know about that now.
All right. So the good news is we started working through the submission format newsletter for the newsletter. I'm going to introduce everyone here to Christina. She is my VA, right arm. She is the one that actually does all the work. I take all the credit for it. And, that's kind of how that stuff works. But no, she's fantastic. She's actually in the Philippines. It is, wait a minute, I have my world clock here. It is 4 a.m. for her.
Oh, wow. Thanks for joining us. Oh, my gosh.
Say hi, Christina. She might be in a noisy place. Sometimes she can't speak. And
Hello.
oh, hey, there you go. Hi. But yeah, so I've been working. So what we did was we were doing this in a teamwork fashion. So I talked about the technology stack last week when we were putting this together, and the decision that we made is to test out using the Google Workspace for the form submission part of it, where all of the different team members can submit their newsletter. So try to create an easy, consistent format that everybody submits, and then there will be a review process so it has to be submitted by Monday at 5 p.m. There'll be a review process on Tuesday by whoever the reviewers are. And then the review, I should say reviewers slash assemblers, meaning they're going to assemble it into a doc. And again, the reason why we're thinking of using Google Workspace is it's free to nonprofits. Once we convert the account, we have to convert the account first. And then everybody can get access. Everybody can do what we need to do, submit. They have the right rights and roles. And then the reviewer slash editor will put it together into one nice Google Doc. And then finally, well, not finally, the approval process will run. So that would be Tiffany and Marvetta. We discussed last week that we didn't need board approval for each issue. And then after that, it would be up to whoever gets voluntold to put it up on the website and to send email. And I can see Tiffany going like this. Ooh, what? No, not me. But somebody is going to have to post it. So if the board approves, well, let me put it this way. If the board approves bringing Tina on as our VA, then Tina will do it. If the board doesn't approve, then it'll be the older process. So that's why I added it to the budget. Say Tina can do this 10 hours a week, 20 hours a week, whatever we want to use her. And it makes sense because all of us are busy. And if we want to make this really a consistent process, we need to have somebody who's dedicated to get it done. Anyway, so that was my suggestion. So once the board meets and gives us the okay, then we'll know who's going to be the person to post it on the website and to send email. Now, as far as the email, Tina brought up a good point earlier today when I was talking to her about this. We should drop the newsletter as a PDF into Google Drive, and then on the website, we should have a highlights or summary of the newsletter. And then same thing in email, send an email out with the highlights and summary of this week's newsletter. And then people click the link to actually get the newsletter so that they're not getting in their email some big honking file with graphics and all this other stuff. They get the links and they get everything. It's also will keep you out of the spam folder. So that was a really good catch on her part. We don't want to email a newsletter to somebody.
If it's a PDF,
Mhm.
if it's a PDF, we can actually have the link directly on the page in StarChapter.
Yes. Oh, yeah. No, that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. No, no. I want them to be able to just click the link and it brings up the file. So, we're not going to have them
Okay.
jump through any kind of hoops. This is
Okay.
going to be a public document. It's not going to require them even to log in, really.
Right. Okay.
It should be a public document. Okay. So, at least that's my thought. Yeah. I don't see any reason to put it behind a login wall. This is the
Mhm.
newsletter that talks about all the great stuff we're doing. So
Right.
I don't see
Right.
it. Yeah, it should definitely be public file.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so that's the workflow, and then because I'm a technologist problem solver at heart, I did build an app, and so did Carmelita, and I don't know, Carmelita, were you able to get logged in? She was transitioning from her car to her
I'm still
computer.
transitioning. Give me a second. Give me a second. I can hear you though.
What are
Give
you
me a
walking
second.
up 17 flights? How big is your house?
It's not that big. It's called old age. Okay. Give me give me a second. I'm coming.
Just
I'm
kidding.
coming.
Just kidding.
One second. One second.
Oh man. If you like my wife, she comes in, she parks in the garage, she's talking to her sister and other family, and she's in the garage for like a half hour. I'm like, honey, the phone does work. You can get out the
Yeah.
car.
Inside. Right.
She cracks me up at that. I tease her all the time. It's like, honey, but it's one of those things. In the heat of the conversation. Let's see. All right, I think we're pretty close. So I will go ahead and share my screen and we'll go ahead and jump right in it to the forum and then we'll have additional options here for discussion path. Okay, just give me a second. Having technology issue. There we go. I always got to find the right screen share and portion of screen share and all that fun stuff. All right, there we are. There we go. Boom. Lovable. Go right. So I'm not going to go through this again, but I believe I shared it with everybody on the call. This is what we'll talk to the submitters. We'll walk through. Oh, there was one edit in here I wanted to make. Thank you. I just remembered it. I said somewhere in here that the board was going to be doing the approval, and that is not accurate. Where? I guess I could do a control F, right?
I was screaming, Control F, Control F.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we can find this. Announcements. There we go. And just change that to review. And we'll go. So what's the draft?
Danny, I'm switching over from my phone to my computer and I'm in the waiting room on my computer.
All right, there you go. I'll
Thank you.
let you in. Usually I make Tina co-host so she can remember to let people in. All right. What was I saying? It is. Oops.
What?
Okay. And then we're good there. Fine. Reviewed. Admin assembles draft. Reviewed. Final word. Okay, that'll work. Oops, missed one. No confusion. Okay, board announced. Okay, there we go. I was just missing. Team reviews.
9285 south for 22 miles.
Tuesday. Okay. All right. I mean, wait, this mentioned so many times. All right. All right. Let's do it this way. Empire board, board. Which board member serves? Excellence of the board makes the board stronger. Excellent. All right. Updates have been completed. All right. So forget the color scheme. We'll change the color scheme to green, but this is just a template that we started working on. Whenever they log in, they do have to log in because this is something in the submission process. I do need them to log in. Now, right now, Tiffany, um, did you add, actually, let me do it a different way. Hold on. Give me a second here. Wow. Okay, I see what I need to do here. Empire. Get my group running here. So what Tiffany, I was going to ask, did you already give everybody access who needs access so they can submit make a submission, or do I need to do that process?
Say that one more time.
Does everybody who needs to submit have access to being able to submit, or we have to create that access?
Everybody that needs to submit, as far as like the committee chairs.
Like the secretaries for the form,
Oh, all
submitting
the
the form.
secretaries have access.
Okay,
It's
that
okay,
was.
so share and pick up. But did we
I'm sorry. So you said, yeah, so everybody should have access. Okay, so then once we share the link for the submission form, everybody should be ready to go, correct?
Yes, all the secretaries have access to the admin account.
Okay, great. All right, so this is where we're going then. They would basically just submit whatever their email address is as they're using it. Let's see. Next. Come on, form, wake up. There we go. Took a second. And remember, everything on here is editable, so just tell me what we want to change. The idea is I tried to get at least the AI kept track of these as quote unquote the committees. Please just send me a text or an email with any additional committees that I need to add. And so essentially they'll just come in, pick one, and then if it's an other, they can put it in, and then of course we'll save that and add it to the drop-down list. Name, and then role. I don't know what my role is. What am I, committee guy? And then the week that you want it to go up. So effectively, if it's going to be for next week, put the end of the week. It doesn't really matter from the perspective of, but if it's consistent, we tell them pick the end of the week, then that's fine. That's a training issue. I don't think it'll matter ultimately, other than the fact that we know that before the Monday of this week, whatever the week is, we need to have your submission by 5 p.m.
Okay.
Oh, I should slow down. Any questions on, go back, Danny. Any questions on this first page so far?
I
No, but
have
I can make it a little bigger, make it so easier to read.
I do want to add that I added people that are not necessarily committee but affiliates. So Women's Council,
yeah, that's what I was just about to say. Yeah, because they may
Women's
want to have some
Council,
stuff.
UDC, and the Regional 6 VP. I
Mm-hmm.
added them to the because they have events that happen that are Empire related that
Mm-hmm.
needs to go out as well. So
I think
hopefully
we
they'll
should,
be able to jump on the call, but
yeah, no, here comes Vanessa. Everybody should be added at this point. I mean, so
Okay,
please just send me who else you want to have in here. Um,
okay.
I'll I'll send you the link to the form, so then you'll have the whole form. Actually, I can do that right now. I'm
You did it
still.
in our Google Drive?
Say it again.
You did it in our Google Forms,
Not yet,
right?
no, because
Oh, okay.
Tina did this for me. I still have to gain ownership. She's working on that. So I gain ownership, and then I'll put it in our workspace. Absolutely. Of course, it'll be there.
Okay.
But right now,
Gotcha.
I actually, hi Danny, I actually sent you an invite and I transferred the ownership on
oh,
your
okay.
Gmail account.
Okay. So
You
I'll
just
get it.
accept it.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Perfect. I will accept it, get the actual ownership, and then of course I'll throw the form up on the on our Empire workspace to answer your question. Hey, Vanessa.
Hello, my apologies. I missed the start of the meeting.
No worries. It's being recorded. Actually, let me check that. I'm pretty sure I remember it saying you're being recorded. Yeah, so I'll send out the recording to everybody. Certainly, I'll send it to Tiffany and she can pass it along to everybody. But so what we're doing right this moment is just walking through a form we're going to use that everybody will have access to and be able to submit their thing. So all we've done so far on the first page here is tell us, hey, your committee, your name, your role. And again, if we need more roles, just let us know.
Yeah.
Tina, could you put your email address in the chat so everybody has it? So any edits that need to be made, please send them to myself and Tina. I'll put my email contact info in the chat as well. Everybody, I can't assume everybody has my links, so I'm gonna drop them all in there. And so go. All right, so my email address is in there and my calendar is in there. So if you need to reach me, those are the best two ways. Calling me is useless. I don't answer my phone anymore. Since AI has gone over to the dark side of spam, I've stopped answering my phone. All right, so we have submission type. What is coming up? So I'm going to do two submission types in this one call so you can kind of see. If it's just like a news update or member spotlight or any of these basic forums where there's no event attached. The form itself is really simple, and then you tell us, hey, I need it this week. It's nice to include this week, can wait until next week, and so on and so forth, right? And we're here, and they get to enter in their headline. What is it about? Home buyer workshop, for example, credit and down payment options. So we give them some examples to make it easy for them to understand what it is for, and they can add a summary. Great place to be. All right, they can put in full details for the newsletter. Okay, so they can grab a paragraph of content and drop that in there. They do have to put something in there. So because we're trying to keep a consistent format. Let's see, hold on. Bring this down a little. Okay. Join me for our one of a kind home buyer workshop. Learn about the wonderful world of credit and how much of a house you can afford. Alrighty. Nice thing about AI is it'll just keep typing whatever I say. Anyway, just register. So the action can be one of these, right? Save the date, volunteer, so on and so forth. Again, we can update these, whatever we want to do. Obviously, call to action would be best, and then they would drop in their URL here for their website or whatever, or the specific link to register in Eventbrite or on the registration process on the website, et cetera, right? All right, and let's see, next. Okay, they can upload a flyer or an image, whatever is relevant to the situation. They can drag and drop, or they can pick one. And there's the image. We've got an image and then a caption. Obviously, we always want to have a caption. Homeowners. All right. You always want to have a caption. And then this is, I thought important that they just click the link to make sure that they know that this content is accurate and appropriate for members. I think that's really important. This is something the AI suggested, and we can take it out if we don't want it, but is if there's a sponsor or a partner mention, is it board approved? Obviously, it should be, else you can't really do it. And then if they have something else they want to add just to the committee, or it's not to the committee, to the team, they can put whatever text is right there, and that's it. And it's submitted. And once it's submitted, it will go to the next link, which is here, and it'll pop right into our spreadsheet. So this is where we're keeping track of all of the submissions, and whoever is doing the review will have a simple place to go to see everything, and you don't have to hunt down 50 emails or try to find the email of who sent you what we have it, and if they said I sent it in, and then we're like, yeah, but we didn't get it, sorry. And so we can give them access to the spreadsheet. We have to think about that one, but we can give them access to the spreadsheet maybe so they can see if they're, but they should, I'll actually make sure, I don't think I tested that. They should get an email that it was submitted. Obviously, it says so here. Your response has been recorded, very Google-like response, but I don't think it sends an email. I have to take a look at the workflow. All right, so if I submit another response, I'm gonna go through, and while I bring up another one, does anyone have any questions what I just did? I think it's pretty self-explanatory. That's why we wanted a form. Keep it simple. All right, so
Hey,
go back.
Danny.
Yes.
Hey, can you show the spreadsheet again? I've never used the upload document field on the Google form, so I just like to see what does that look like when it comes through when
Sure.
they upload their flyer.
You're so techy. All right, so here's the thing here. Let's see, flyer.
I've never done it before. Okay.
There, no, that's the call to action.
Oh, that's the call to action. Okay. No.
Oh, there we go. So
Okay.
it puts it in Google Drive, which is the whole point of
Sweet.
using Google Workspaces. Everything is in
Yes.
one place.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, good deal.
All right, let's do another one so that we can see an event, because the event is a little longer for obvious reasons. Name Danny Ross. I need a button on my Stream Deck for my name. All right, so committee.
So I do have a question.
Sure.
With it going to Google Drive, is it going to a particular folder in Google Drive, or is it just going in a secretary's with search recent files that were shared with them?
Good question. We'll have to test that once I bring it over to Empire. Right now it's in my workspace. So I'll bring it over, and then we'll know the answer very quickly. I'm pretty sure we can tell it where to go, but again, I don't want to jump ahead of the gun. But we'll everybody who needs to have the access, we'll make sure they do. All right, so I pick a date, and then I pick an event as the type this time. And again, same thing here. This is where it changes when you get to the detail level. So you give it your event name instead of just a document or an update, if you will. So the event name is DAI training. And the date of your event, obviously very important. Start time. This is where I don't like this particular form, but it'll work. Actually, the reason why is you have to put in the minutes, or it says invalid time. It should be a drop down. I'll have to take a look and see if we can change that. But in either case, you can see the concept of it. It's not really earth-shatteringly annoying. I'm one of those people, I like simplicity. All right, choose type, in-person, virtual, or hybrid. I like that. And then if location, so street address, and virtual link. Actually, let's drop my Zoom link in there. Where did I drop that? Whoa, too many links. There we go. Too many links. And then registration required, yes or no. And registration link would be the same one unless you have two, but you can. So in other words, you can have an event page and then you have your actual Zoom link for registration or whatever you're using for your virtual part of it. YouTube doesn't matter. Picking it, put how much. All right. And then who is hosting? So tech committee. And I can't spell committee on any good day. So if it's spelled wrong, just ignore it. All right. I can't spell certain words, and committee is one of those that I get wrong all of the time.
I think we the same spirit person. I'm like, is it one M? Is it two T's? I don't know.
I think Grammarly gets mad at me at a certain point. It's like, come on, guys, just not that hard. I'm like, yeah, whatever, bite me. And so you could add your, again, pick your file that you want to use for your flyer. We were just doing this event. I'll put it in here. This might take a while. 2.1 megabytes. I don't know why Google is so slow today. I tested this earlier today. Oh, right now I have it as a max of 10 megabyte, but we can change it to whatever we want. But I think 10 is pretty decent. It's still a pretty good image, and because we're putting this into one document and we're going to have multiple people putting in images. Let me know if we need to increase that file size, and we can definitely do it. But right now, it's kind of a default is 10 megabyte, so we'll leave it at that for now. Now they are saying, hey, I want this to be a high quality image, then we can have a conversation about it. Or they could just give it to us the link separately, and the administrator can just drop it into the PDF if it needs to be for some reason bigger than 10 megabytes, which if you have done any kind of website stuff, you really don't need more than 10 megabyte for a good image.
I'm looking at what you're doing, and I realize I have only scratched the surface of Google Forms.
Well, again,
I am so excited right now. I was like, wait a minute. You
there's a lot
selected
more
a
you can
radio
do.
button. You
Yeah.
selected a radio button and it give you a different form.
Yeah. Well, no, Tina's very good. And as I
Oh my
said,
goodness. That's awesome.
she'll be a great benefit if everybody says
Oh,
yes. All right.
oh, I'm so ready. I'm gonna go on Coursera and see if it's got a course for this. Get my Google form certification through Coursera.
Here's a
That's awesome.
Tina,
That is so
if you still have the link to the easy one that I gave, this is, yeah. There's like hour-long versions, and then I had version
awesome.
that I sent to Tina was like 20
Yeah.
minutes or so. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's a ton of them. Of course, Google themselves will.
Wow.
YouTube University, you can get them.
Yes, I am excited because I do forms, I'm always doing just regular forms, like forms because they work. But yeah, she just blew my mind. Go Tina.
All right, so I'm gonna drop this in here and boom, we're done. So, and you can go back and look at your previous responses, and then the spreadsheet will update with the new one. And over here, it should have more stuff. Yep, there's is the event date, start time, end times, all the stuff that we need to have to be able to do it. So that's in a nutshell what we have so far. And like I said, we are open to feedback and growth and whatever anybody else needs me to do. I'm happy to make it happen. Questions? You're on mute, Tangi.
So that is awesome. So once we have, just so I can understand how we build out the actual newsletter. When we get this information, then of course, which platform are we using to build out the newsletter? Will it be
For right now, I was just going to build it in Google Docs, and
okay?
then so it can take this information and take it into Google Docs.
Okay.
And so the SOP that we came up with, yeah, you weren't on that other call. Hold on a second. Let me
Yeah.
review. I do have an SOP document for this. So,
Okay. Because
it's so
I
funny.
mean,
I think that's one of the things that the technology team can help everybody kind of get to is, there's a lot of different ways to do this, but
yeah.
having an SOP that you can leave to your whoever is next in the role, I think would be very nice. So here's
Yeah.
the Empire SOP. Let me open it up here.
Hi, Danny.
Hi,
I I I just noticed that the images you uploaded were on my drive.
on your
Uh,
drive? Okay.
yeah, you
Okay.
probably did not accept the
No, I
ownership.
didn't yet. No, yeah, no,
Yeah,
this is just a test. I have to
okay.
go in and
That
accept it.
answers the questions.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna move it to the Empire workspace. I just haven't had time. I've been doing back-to-back
Okay.
calls. Okay. No, yeah, no, you're fine. Don't worry. And they're not real, so we're not but you're right. We do have to fix that so they go where they're supposed to go. All right. Empire Board of Realtist. So what this will do, this will give this is what I gave effectively to Tina so that she could build everything for us. So
Mm-hmm.
it lays out all of the bullets and options and so on. And then down here, let me scroll down. Pardon, don't get dizzy. I'm gonna get there. Member spotlight recognition. What is this? Oh,
Yeah.
this is just a description of the different types.
Yeah.
All right, there's the SOP. So the
Okay.
idea is the tech committee is in charge of designing it, but we're gonna basically bring in whoever we need to handle it. So
Okay.
there's Google Forms for the submissions, Google Sheets to handle all of the inbox of the submissions,
Okay.
Google Docs to draft and Google Docs to create a newsletter draft.
Okay.
We'll create a distribution list for everybody who needs to either review or, whoops, we get kind of back in. We'll have a group who's in
Mm-hmm.
charge of reviewing and editing.
Mm-hmm.
And then there'll be a Google Drive where everything lives, both during the process and after the process. So there's a permanent storage. Now, roles and responsibilities, this is something that we do have to continue to edit because we
Mm-hmm.
haven't actually assigned anybody to different things yet, but this is where
Yeah.
we'll just pick who does what. We know that the committee secretaries, per Tiffany, are going to be the ones responsible for submitting it by 5 p.m. And then we just need to create the newsletter admin team who's going to be reviewing the drafts and getting the approval, and then of course publishing it once that is approved.
I have a question, Danny.
Absolutely.
You just mentioned that the secretaries will have to submit it by 5 p.m. Shouldn't it be the committee chair people submitting it by 5 p.m. to this form? Because we don't know what they have.
It's the miniature people that should be submitted by 5 p.m. The secretaries will have it together on that Tuesday.
Right, correct. So backing up for a second. So
Okay.
who I'm trying to make sure I'm saying this correct.
Okay.
I'm processing in my head.
Mhm.
Committee chairs will submit by 5 p.m. on Monday, correct? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'll let Tiffany, you tell me how you want it to be and I'll program it.
The chair should have it in by 5 p.m. on Monday.
Okay. So once they have it in by 5 p.m. on Monday, then us, Vanessa and I, as the secretaries, we are building out the newsletter. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. This is Mr. Danny, and that's building out the newsletter from what they submit. We're gonna do that in, like you said, Google Forms or something else to be able to. What does that process look like from there? Once once we get it Monday, Tuesday, what happens from that point?
Okay, no problem.
Tiffany.
All right, so then this would be the secretaries, based on what you just said.
Mm.
All right. So who's reviewing and approving Tiffany? Is it the secretaries? Tiffany.
Yes, Danny, what did you say? What was your
Uh,
question?
no problem.
No, I was
Committees
just saying I have Karina on the committees. Saying it's the time.
by 5.
Yes, by
Secretaries
5.
will update and
Okay.
submit
Hey,
by
can you hear me?
Tuesday by 5, or
Uh, whatever they think, they can submit it to get it out by Wednesday. Will work.
So we're going to run out of a day here for the approval process,
Yeah,
which is the
we're
problem.
gonna. Right.
All right. So what we could do,
Let's consider that.
okay, so we can make it Friday, make this Monday, and then have it go to approval by Tuesday. Does that or are we going to have enough? I don't think we're going to. The challenge is somebody still has to get this up on the website, and somebody still has to get this into whatever the email mechanism that we're going to do. So if we're going to get it out by, all right, I'm going to give everybody enough time. All right, so they have to submit by Thursday. Secretaries submit by Friday. And then approval done by Monday, 5 p.m. And then finally, editors load to website and email server. And so it can be scheduled as to when it pops up on the website in StarChapter, correct? Tangi?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's a more complicated approval process, but we can see if can we shorten it? You guys let me know, because again, I'm just trying to put it together so everything kind of flows.
All right, I have a question. I just thought about something. So when we talk about the approval process, shouldn't the committee chairs already have some form of approval from their VPs prior to them submitting their event? That
Oh,
eliminates
that's nice.
approval process done by Monday at 5. Because before they submit anything, their VP should have been in communication, in my mind, with the VPs of what their calendar looks like for the year or month or whatever. So once we get it, it should be like, okay, it's been approved by their VP. It's just good to go.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think for the events, I think, as I'm looking at it, the events have probably, based on this, have already been approved, but this is the approval for the actual newsletter. Is that right, Danny? Or is it for the events?
You have to have everything approved before you get here. I think that is a
Yeah.
really good point. So committee
Yeah.
chairs gets approval and submits, so they can submit now by Friday because we're cutting out a step in a day. Secretaries have to get it to the team by Monday. And then the approval, actually, because we want the approval to be done by Monday, right? By 5 p.m. Don't want to make it too.
Well, hey Danny, I guess my way of thinking is, one, like we said, the events will already be approved, and
Right,
then
yeah. So I'm just gonna eliminate that whole step. Okay, there we
but
go.
then also, because the newsletter, the template won't change, so then it will literally just be somebody looking it over for typos and stuff, basically, is my understanding.
Okay, cool. All right, so committee chairs get approval, submit by Friday, secretary submit to the editors by Monday at 5 p.m. That gives them Tuesday to work on it and get any issues handled. and then it's posted on Friday. So I
Now,
will.
my other question, I'm sorry, I'm devil's advocate here. Who are the editors? Is that the secretaries?
No, I'm thinking more of a newsletter publishing process. So the editors are really after the reviewers, or the editors actually are the reviewers. Sorry, English, Danny. So editors slash review. I kind of have it when I did it originally, I broke it down into 3 or 4 sections. So I'm actually combining stuff here. So I'm going to remove this here. Sorry, we're going to keep this simple. All right, provide flavor when possible, da da da, and then the reviewer, and I'm gonna make this a new term, editor, because we want to have whoever is actually posting this, their job is not really to do anything with the information other than to get it up on the website, review it, final review, and then get it up on the website. Did I get everybody in here now?
Yeah.
We don't need to reprove anything. I like that. Uh,
So Danny, I have 2 questions.
sure.
One, when creating, if we use Google, which seems like we're going to use Google Docs, but I know StarChapter has a template builder for newsletter that we can just actually use. But
Yep.
if we use the Google one, I think it'd be really awesome if we could somehow use dynamic tags that would pull the data from the spreadsheet and just kind of slam it in there and bulk. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. I have zero confidence in StarChapter at this point,
oh
but
no,
hey,
StarChapter can't do that. But I
oh,
think
okay, okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Google may be able to though. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay,
If we
I
use
got you. Okay,
Google, if we
no, no,
use
no, no. I
Google,
expect that when we build the Google Doc, which will be
yeah,
the draft that everybody's going to be seeing the whole newsletter,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure we can auto assemble that. Yes, oh yeah. But
yeah.
what I was
Okay.
saying is, yeah, we can't do it to StarChapter. So
Nope. No.
so what we can have Google Docs do is create a summary with the appropriate link
Yeah.
to get to the drive to Google Drive to get the PDF. So that
Okay.
we can do, and then whoever's job is to put on the website will simply have to just get the link correct,
Mm-hmm.
and then the rest of the formatting will just be text. So I think we'll be fine
Yeah.
with that process for now.
Okay.
Ultimately, yeah, we'll figure out a way to automate that somehow a way if we decide to change from StarChapter. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Okay. Good deal.
yeah, okay. I think I'm okay with this flow. I have to update a few things, but I think we're on the right track. Is there anything else I should change in this uh, operating procedure here? I love teamwork that gets stuff done. So we're getting there. We'll get there. Hopefully we'll have this all figured out by next week. But we could actually, this is one of the conversations I was going to have, is we can get the forum and give them a link and they can start submitting stuff, but I have to make sure I move it first. Right now it's in the wrong place. And then I did do this, which is sort of the more detailed form of the SOP, which I will also give to everybody, but it literally has times and they, what can I say? AI can be very I love this. Operating procedures, step by step, collect submissions, triage, assemble draft. AI can be very literal and pedantic when it wants to be. So I'm, just throw it over the fence and you guys do whatever you want with it. But the main thing is I wanted to get the basic flow down because that's the important part is make sure everybody agrees that this actually makes sense. Forget about what the AI says. The human beings in the room have to say this actually makes sense. So does anybody else have any questions or do we kind of have a general agreement on the submission process? And thank you, Carmelita. You just saved everybody a whole day. Don't bring it to us unless it's been approved. We don't even want to see it. That's a very good point. Very good point.
I can't think of anything else. Just like simplicity is key for me.
I'm fully on board with that. fully on board. Okay. All right. So ignore that first draft that I just put into the chat. I will save this, what we just came up with. And then we'll have a final edit of this SOP once we get. I have to get the rest of the stuff in there, make sure everything's flowing properly, but I think we're on the right track. All right, so I saved that 352. Yep, that's the latest. Oh, come on. Get it in there. Give me 1 second. There we go. All right, like I said, ignore the first one. I just dropped in the chat, a slightly updated one that we just did. All right, so that's kind of the SOP. And then, Tiffany, we sent out invites to the 4 o'clock session, and we're going to use this same link. My question is who else is coming to the 4 o'clock?
A 4 o'clock session, I sent it out to all of the committee chairs and affiliates and RVP. Not sure if the affiliates and the RVP will be on, but I sent it out to them.
Okay, cool. All right, so we'll give them a shorter version of the demo that I just did. First, I'll walk them through the why are we doing this deck, and then we'll go give them a demo and say it's going to be this easy. You're going to get a link, you're going to submit a form, and that's the end of your job. Well, first you get approval, and then you submit a link.
And
All
then
right.
while you are doing that, if Carmelita and Vanessa are by computer, can you guys copy that email that I sent yesterday and just like resend it for like a reminder so that they'll hop on at 4?
Yeah, they're coming to this same link, right?
Yes.
Okay,
So
cool.
if Carmelita, it's in StarChapter, Carmelita and Vanessa. If you guys want to copy that same email and just send it out so that they'll come in at 4, and I guess just put a reminder for the subject, reminder 4 p.m. meeting, whatever.
All right, Tina, I'm going to make you co-host. Please keep letting people in as they are coming in. It's 3:54, so they got 5 minutes. We won't hold it against them. Um,
Hopefully, I'll be at home by the time we start that meeting.
all right. So I'll just put myself on mute for a second, and I'll be right back.